So you just started playing the First Berserker Khazan, or perhaps you're a few hours in and you want to know what's the best build in the game for the Greatsword. Well, you come to the right place because as you can see with the B-roll, we have a spin to win build that can be used on any boss, including the true final boss. I'll be going over everything you need to know so you could use this build. So with that out the way, let's get into this, yeah? We'll first start off with the skill tree. You'll need Savage Momentum to charge your swift attack for more damage. Overwhelm to increase your charge speed and the damage of your next action after Savage Momentum. Mortal Blow so you could follow up your Savage Momentum for big burst damage. Mortal Blow Bloodshed so you could charge Mortal Blow for even more damage. Spirit Boost so you could get Spirit when breaking an enemy. Phantom's Night Veil so you get a shockwave every time you charge an attack for additional damage. Heavy Pressure so you don't take that long to charge an attack. Inner Fury so you could charge even faster. Inner Fury Swift so the buff lasts even longer. Combat Cadence so you could have a strong attack after sprinting. I know this says dodge here, but it works with sprinting. Helm Break so you could charge Combat Cadence. In the Common tab you'll want Berserk Spirit to gain more spirit from attacking. Now that we have all the skills to do the combo, let's go over how to maximize its damage. You'll want any weapon that has the most total attack damage. I carried over this neglected Greatsword from the demo and stuck with it because it has a B+ scaling. Nothing else in your first playthrough goes this high, but use whatever you have. You'll need 4 pieces of the Crimson Fiend set. Enrage gives you 15% increased damage whenever your stamina is 50% or lower. The 3-piece is self-explanatory. More raw charge damage increase. The big selling point is the 4-piece. This refunds 100 stamina after any mortal blow or charge attack. As you recall in the skill tree section, we added a lot of ways to charge our attack. Later on, once you collect enough jars, you could use this headpiece to act as a piece of the Crimson Fiend set. This allows you to run another piece. I went with the Executioner's piece because the 15% stamina damage increase has the most value for a 2-piece set. You could go for more charge attack damage, but the later bosses have a really chunky stamina bar, and this helped in breaking them. For accessories, you'll want the Defector Necklace and Ring. The 2-piece gives you back spirit when you Brink Guard. The main reason though is the 3-piece effect. Every time you do a charge attack, you'll generate half a spirit. As for substats, you're looking for damage increase, stamina damage increase, stamina recovery, maximum stamina, damage multiplier increase, and the last one is optional, but I went with receive damage decrease to make learning new fights easier. Here are all the pieces I have with random attributes. Not every piece can roll any substat. Their position determines what substat they can get, so I highly recommend you just follow what I rolled and go with that. Any piece that has a damage increase can roll charge attack damage increase, which has a slightly higher max, but with the pool of random attributes being so big, you don't need to truly min-max in this game on your first playthrough to beat it however, so if you could save your Lacrima, I highly recommend you do that. As for point allocation, you'll need 20 points in Endurance. This build needs 2000 stamina to have it work. If you don't have this, then you won't go infinite. 99 strength for the most damage. Everything else is optional. You could copy my spread as these are the thresholds for vitality and willpower before you hit diminishing returns. Khazan Memory wants damage increase and damage multiplier increase maxed out first, then stamina damage increase. For Phantom's ability, this one is down to personal preference. Keshka is amazing for any build and it'll recover more stamina in the demonstration section. Wolfric is a nice damage increase if you can't get behind a boss. Conrad can be amazing if you could get some Brink dodges before your opening. I personally like Maximilian because every time I Brink Guard, I get back 150 stamina so I could do the combo in the opener. Okay, now that you have everything you need, go to Defrona and enter the training ground to practice this combo. You'll need 2 spirit minimum to do this combo. Good thing we could generate spirit with our charge attacks. Savage Momentum into Mortal Blow can be chained back to back to get your spirit. Now that you have some spirit, you'll want to do Phantom's Night Veil before the boss has an opening. The shockwave that pulses out when you charge an attack is needed to keep the enemy at bay so they don't break out of this combo. Now when you get an opening, use Savage Momentum into Mortal Blow until 50% stamina. You want to be 50% or lower so we can activate our Enrage 2-piece effect. After your next Mortal Blow, do a Charge Inner Fury and walk behind the boss. The reason we're walking instead of sprinting to the back is so we can recover stamina in the process. This is why stamina recovery from equipment and Keshka are important. Do this whenever your stamina hits 50% so you could do this infinitely. Whenever an enemy breaks, do the brutal attack from the front to recover stamina and heal if you're missing any HP. If the boss will however do an attack at a certain HP threshold, then try getting it from the back for more damage. As you can see, with each hit we're doing more and more damage. That's because the damage multiplier is kicking in. Each consecutive hit increases how much damage we deal. This is why we want this on any piece that can roll the substat, because it's very rare, so you want this whenever possible. Here's me doing the combo on the Revenants so you can see it in action. I'm not going to show any bosses because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. I just beat the true final boss using this build and it worked effortlessly. Hopefully you found this guide helpful, and if you have any unanswered questions, then ask down below. And if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing for more Khazan builds. Until the next video, I'll see ya.